Hi, welcome back. I haven't done a video for a bit because I've been busy outdoors, busy painting, sketching, doing a couple of commissions, finishing off a couple of paintings. But today what I thought I might do, or what I thought I'd like to do, is go back to painting some horses because I used to always paint horses. Years ago, it was always my one theme that I would go to and paint if I couldn't think of anything else, or if I wasn't inspired by anything else. I could always find an image, or had an image in my head about horses, and the sea as well. I used to keep horses years ago, so I used to always keep a sketchbook and do studies of my horse and the horses that shared the field with him. And I used to love doing that, just going down there and taking my sketchbook and chatting away to them. Anyway, I'm not going to chat for too long. What I'm going to show you is what I'm going to do. It's kind of spontaneous, although I have done some. Let me show you. I'll put this camera down so you can see what I'm talking about. So I've done what I have started to do, although I say it's spontaneous. I have put just a few pencil lines just to mark out where I'm going. But the rest I'm just going to, as you can see, I'm just going to go for it. I'm making quite a mess actually here, but you can see I haven't got much down there. Hopefully you can see. I haven't quite worked this camera out yet, or where to put it properly, so you can see it. Anyway, what I'm going to do is just go around the outline of the horse, just for my own reference really, just so as I know what's going to happen. And even then I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but let's hope you can see this okay. I won't talk too much because I just want to do it really quick and see what the outcome is of it. So I'm just going to, let's move that out of the way. I'm just going to put down some colour. This I'm using is a Rowney Darla Rowney rather, cerulean hue, cerulean blue. So I'm using gouache. I've got, the reason I'm using gouache is this is what I call my outdoor palette. If I haven't got my watercolours with me, I've usually got this little set. And the reason being is because gouache is marvellous, because you can rework whatever you've done. Ooh, oh God. By wetting the gouache, I nearly said gouache, and reworking it. So rather than put layers of colour on top, which if it's a painting in acrylic, say, or oil, and it goes badly wrong, you have to wait for it to dry and rework it. But with gouache you can literally just go straight back into it. I'm not sure that colours. I think what's happened is I've actually got some pink in that bit there, and that's something I didn't really want in this white. But like I say, this is spontaneous. As you can see, I'm literally just going for it. But when it's dry, I can come back into it and put in some final touches into the waves. Also, I don't think that's the right colour, so I'm going to add a little bit of ultramarine. Also, some green. Quite like green in the waves. Can you see? It's quite a mess actually at the moment, but I quite like sometimes it to look a bit more sploshed on rather than carefully applied, because deep down I'm a watercolourist at heart and a purist at that. You know, I'm always changing my water, keeping the water clean, making sure none of the other paints touch the other colours that I'm using. Quite fussy actually, but when I'm doing something like this, there's a really nice freeness which I like to do. As you can see, I'm not really guiding the paintbrush like I normally do, being careful where it goes. I'm just gonna put it on. There we go. Now, that colour there, can you see this colour here? So that's ultramarine, a bit of ultramarine, mixing nicely now with the, I think is that black or Payne's grey? I think it's black actually. So it's darkening the tone, which I like. Don't forget there's quite a lot of shadow in water. Put some of this colour up here as well, just to knit it all together. Otherwise it would look like two sets of colours, two completely different paintings. What I like to do is add some of the colours that I use down here, just touching up here and there, knitting it together with those colours down that I've used here. I'm putting up here now, as you can see. Also, I'm going to put a little touch of that green as well, because I like that green. That touch of green there. That green is actually blended nicely now with that cerulean blue. That's really nice. That's a really nice wave colour to me. That's a nice wave colour. I don't want to cover the whole, I don't want to cover all of the horse up. So what I'm going to do is add some white there. Just make it look a bit more frothy, the water, so it looks like it's churned up a bit. But the final thing will be, I might actually try and do it now. I can find my white. Actually, I found this little really cheap set of watercolours with this lovely tube of white, because normally you don't get white in a watercolour set. As you can see, I'm going to just put it on quite thick. So I want this paint to come over like it's the churned up wave coming over like that. Might be a bit too thick. I might have a bit mental with that. No, actually, I quite like it. Yeah, I like that. What I might do is just use... I got this tiny, tiny little knife. What I'm going to do now is just put the finishing touches. I'm going to smear this around like this. It's got beautiful little serrated edge actually on the knife, which is giving it a nice pattern into the white paint. I like that. If I do this, it looks like it's splodging over. So the waves are coming up and over, and this is the foam. That you get off the actual waves. Wow, look at that. Let me turn this camera around so you can see it properly. I hope you can see that. And now, let's hold it up for you. Here it is. Unfortunately, the light is getting quite dark now, so that's not very good. I'm going to have to stop painting anyway. But there we are. Is this too much, do you think? I should. Perhaps it is a bit much. Do that. Just on the top there. What do you think? Does that work for you? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back later. Thank you.